pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Pete Pedersen.
Here.
Council members Dave Dillon.
Here.
Corey Pedersen.
Here.
Norris Johnson.
Here.
Lindsay Larson.
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda. So moved.
Second.
Was this one added now?
Yep, we need to do a vote to add Resolution 2221 to the airport grant agreement.
So I'll entertain amendment to the agenda to add resolution 2221.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any questions on adding the amendment? All in favor of the amendment? Oh wait, we gotta go around, I'm sorry, because we're televised. Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Motion carries. Any discussion on the amended agenda? Hearing none, Corey, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion on it? Any corrections? Hearing none. Dave, how do you vote?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve the bills.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion on it? At the last meeting, and I don't see Jessica here tonight, but I'd like to set up a meeting with a council member and Jessica to go over a couple questions on the bills from the last two times, because I haven't had time. So Lindsay, is there a time that you're available to come in? Can we set something up?
Yeah, we can set something up.
Okay,
Just let me,
that's the only thing I'd like to do.
okay.
So we'll set up some type of meeting with
Jessica?
Jessica to meet and go over some of the questions I had on some of them. Here are no other discussions. I vote yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Motion carries. Open forum. We do have one request for the chamber update on the parade. Is she here?
She's not gonna make it, she's ill.
She's ill? Okay. So what was the update concerning, and do you know? Okay. Okay, is there anybody here that wishes to speak to the council that is not on the agenda? Okay, moving on. Request of communications. Any update from the state? I see we added a couple things for tonight on,
The LGA.
yeah, the LGA, but as part of the committee. Anything from any council members? How many city staff members are as far as the essential worker, that will be coming out, about $750.
It might be the liquor store, Dep Reg, PD for sure.
PD, and have they been notified of the possibility?
Jessica's going to do that.
Huh?
Jessica will do that.
Okay, because it had to be done within so many days from the 29th, so it should.
Yep.
Okay, so that hasn't been done yet.
I have to ask Jessica if she did
Okay,
that.
okay. So, any update from the county?
Other than the one that I emailed to all the council members regarding the jail operations.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't look like they're gonna act on anything at this point.
Because at one of the hearings I was at, they were thinking about either making it an all for men or all for women, one or the other, but now I'm reading other things, you know, from them, so. Okay, and that's underneath there. Anything from the townships?
Nothing.
Okay. Moving on to resolution,
You missed one.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh, petition from Emily Hansen. Emily, you here?
And Dan Hollenkamp is gonna step in.
Oh, okay.
Do I speak from here or do I have to go?
Wherever you would like.
Just so you're loud enough for that,
The required.
the recording.
On behalf of a number of the community members, I would like the city council to consider amending the ordinance 95.04 on farm animals to allow city residents to have chickens up to 4. I have a petition that has 115 names signed on it, and you've seen previously.
I don't have a copy of it. They'll get me a
I
copy.
will get you all the paperwork you need. It's just, I was pulled in last second, so.
So, till we receive that petition, can we do anything?
Not really, no. So,
Huh?
and then we can, once we get the petition, we'll review the petition and then look at the ordinance again,
And so we could do that in
June.
June.
At the June meeting.
Do they need to go planning commission or, planning commission or here?
It could go to the planning commission.
Well, once you get the petition, send it to the planning commission,
Okay.
or does it really have to go?
Well, I just asked.
No, I don't think the last one when we,
I don't
when
know if
we,
it has to go.
Marshall?
Yes, it needs to go to the planning commission for an ordinance change, if you are gonna change it, or if it's gonna be changed. But for him to request the change, you're supposed to pay the $200 fee for an ordinance change request. And that goes to the planning commission first, and then it comes to city council after that.
And once we receive the official petition, that whole application process would be done. So that would have to be done by Emily Hansen, or if you're gonna bring it forward, either one of you.
So we could have it come to the council next week and then refer it to,
Next month.
next month, and then refer it to the planning commission from there.
You could.
on the
And
petition,
that would,
I'm sorry.
because go ahead.
I was just gonna say on the petition, the signatures, they have to be residents within the city limits, correct? Okay.
This is a particular format you prefer.
Yep, their names and addresses and phone numbers.
Excellent. All right.
So let's just bring it up at the June meeting, once she has the petition. And then if the council's in favor of that, then we will send it to the planning commission, and that'll be our next step, to send it to the planning commission.
Okay.
And then look on their before we start spending money and, go from there. Council okay with that?
Yep.
So we don't need any motion or anything on that, just that direction that'll be added to the next next council meeting, once the petition is received. Okay, resolution 2208 is a resolution trying to do a resolution for reappointment of some committees that we did in January. They were done in January, but due to some concerns of the council, and administration, some staff members, and some personal situation, I had decided to make reappointments, adjustment to the appointments, and they are in this resolution, so I'll entertain a motion to adopt the resolution. Hearing no motion, we'll move on. If nobody's gonna make a motion.
This is the original one?
This is a revised.
This is the revised one that is in your packet. Moving on to resolution 2216. Accepting donations.
Move for approval.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Norris, how do you vote?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes, motion carries. Resolution 2217, a resolution for local government aid, and this is a new one? No,
The one that's in your.
and the one in the packet,
Yeah.
okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion on it? Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes? Norris?
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2218, declaring a part-time police officer for coverage under PERA. I'll entertain a motion.
Move for approval.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? When, has he been sworn in and everything too?
Yeah, that was for Jordan.
That,
Yeah.
huh? That was
Yep.
done before.
Yeah, he left the city and is moving to part-time,
Oh, okay,
so now we have a position open.
okay. Any other comments from the council? Corey, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes? Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2219, accepting the resignation and declaring a council vacancy. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
I don't think you can second it.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I just want to thank Corey for his time and his work, and he's been a great asset to the city and on our council, so I appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah, I would
Thank
second
you.
that as well.
Thanks, Norris.
Thank you, Corey.
Yep, thanks, Tammy.
Do we have to do anything, Damien, as far as replacing it, or we wait till next month?
But yeah, next month you guys can have a conversation about what process you guys want to follow.
Okay. So we'll put it,
And what we had done in the past, we could move forward with it even at this point. We could put the ad in the paper for a council vacancy, just like we did for, when Ken left. When Ken Miller left, and then we had them just fill out an application of interest. And then that way we could bring that back to the June meeting.
well, I think we should have that discussion before we do it. Because with the election only and filing only so far away,
Well, you're supposed to fill a vacancy as soon as possible.
according to Damien, we don't have to.
No, we do need to fill a vacancy at some point in time. We can't wait until the next general election to fill a vacancy. The statute says the council shall fill the vacancy. Just if we had like a month or so to go, that'd be one
We
thing, but we're
didn't.
10 months out.
Oh,
Yeah, because they don't take office until January,
yeah.
Yeah, the council can't leave a vacancy open
that long.
indefinitely.
Well, that ain't what you told me when I had my discussion with you.
So would you like me to put the ad in the
No.
paper then?
Well, if according to Damien,
I was gonna suggest that since the vacancy won't be taking place until technically the end of the month, you might wanna wait until June and have the conversation about what you wanna do, but if what you wanna do is advertise and solicit applications, and you know what you wanna do, then that's fine.
Yeah, it'd be the same process we did before.
Yeah, I don't know what else we would do.
Yeah,
Right.
what else we would do? I would say maybe, I don't know, should we wait till 1st of June to post it, or,
Yeah, absolutely.
and since it wouldn't be official until then?
but then I don't understand when you and I had the discussion.
We can have another discussion. I'm thinking that you and I did not walk away from that conversation with the same understanding of what is being asked.
Okay, okay.
So is my directive to just advertise after June 1st?
Or after the June meeting?
I don't know, do we even have to wait? Well, June 1's long enough, isn't it?
I would think so, because then you can
Just in case you
discuss.
change your mind.
Yeah.
Unless Damien changes your mind. Oh,
I guess. I'll just start the ad.
what's the directive from the council on the thing?
I think June 1st is sufficient.
Okay.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
If that's the consensus and the directive of the council, go ahead after June 1st.
Great.
And Damien and I'll have a discussion on what was said and what we understood. Okay, any further discussion? Dave, how do you vote?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris,
Aye.
Lindsay,
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
No. It has to be an abstention, does it not?
Yes.
Yes.
I abstain.
Okay, moving on to, Resolution 2220, the issuance of the general obligation street reconstruction and levying a tax for the payment thereof. You're on, George.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, and Corey. Short timer. So, and I have to apologize. On the agenda, it says George will provide the completed resolution as a handout. My apologies, I don't have that as a handout, so I happened to leave the office before it was sent.
I do have that, George.
Okay.
And it is in front of them.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So this is the issuance of the bonds for the Hidden Pines area, the repaving. We've been talking about this for some time. You went through all the statutory steps of holding or putting together the street reconstruction plan, holding a public hearing, and allowing time for public comment. And so leads up to today, when we conducted a bond sale for the city. And the bonds were sized, and council, I'll refer to, if you have a bond sale summary, I see that around the table. This item here, I'll just hit the highlights, council. So the bonds were sized at $570,000. They're structured with a 15-year financing term. The average interest rate on these bonds is 3.88%, and the average annual debt service is approximately $50,200 per year. So now you do have a call date on these bonds. That's the date when you can prepay or refinance on the bonds, February 1 of 2030. And I would note that we had good interest and from the local bank, and they participated in purchasing a little bit more than half of the bonds, so that was nice. Nice to see local participation there. Any questions, council? Certainly, this is the resolution that you have in front of you. Approval of that locks in all the rates and terms of the bonds.
That was my question, if it locked in the rates.
Yes.
Yeah, any council members have any comments or questions of George? Then, I don't think we got a motion yet,
Not yet.
so I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move for approval. I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion or questions? And, Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes? Norris?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
George. Okay. Moving on to chapter, Ordinance Chapter 30 discussion. I had brought that before the last council minutes, and we really didn't get I'll sit down and go through it. But, and I don't know, you got a copy, Damien?
Yeah, I talked about chapter 30.
Yeah.
Did you see the email that I sent over to you?
Huh?
Did you see the email that I sent over to you on that? I had sent an email kind of itemizing a few issues that I thought you had expressed some concerns about.
Yeah.
And about those, so I wasn't sure if there's any.
Oh, I didn't get that email. I got an email that I should write back to you.
Okay, did,
Well, let's
Yeah,
just
it was a few days ago.
okay, you can go through it.
Yeah.
go. The question I have here is, a couple, is that we don't have categories under 30.01. The city may create committees, standing and special, but we don't have what committees are in them when it comes time for the future mayors to make appointments. And we don't have it in there which appointments the mayor makes and what the council approves. And the other ones that we don't have in there, there's nothing in that whole ordinance on, and I can't find it any place in all our ordinance on the Economic Development Commission. And I find, how is that selected? How is that underneath the auspices of the city?
Well, the council itself is the acting economic development authority. The Economic Development Committee, it's not a commission, it's a committee, is the group that works to try to develop more economic.
So is it a
development.
volunteer
Pretty much,
committee?
yeah.
Okay, okay. And they select their own members?
Yep.
Okay, so it's almost like Friends of the Library, Senior Citizen Museum, Rec Fest, Tourism, Fire Department. Those are all volunteer
And advisory,
advisory to the council.
correct.
But somehow in this, we have to have those different committees listed under whether they're standing, special, or volunteer, I think. That's just something to look at in creating a new ordinance. You know, that's not looking at, doing it tonight. This is just a discussion what maybe should be brought back for a first reading.
And I think what you're talking about is section 3002, which is the provision that basically states the city council is the ultimate authority, but can have
Yeah.
advisory boards. If what you want is to itemize every single advisory board within the ordinance, okay, the statute gives the council the authority to be broad about it, and you're not required to itemize every single advisory commissioner board that a city has. This is the
Yeah.
statute that says, you guys are the ultimate authority, and we can establish boards for advisory purposes if we want. So I guess that's a,
But to be appointed to those things, I think it has to be spelled out, especially on the budget, personnel, planning, and the commissions, like we just failed to do tonight.
Isn't it further in ordinance where we talk about planning commission every?
Yeah.
It is.
It's in 31.
I think it's in Title 2 or 3.
Yeah.
No, the committees and those they tend to change over time, and if they're listed or spelled out, well, if we change the existence of a committee, then we'd have to go back and amend this
Every
to
time.
be current and
Okay,
I think
I'm
would
just
add
saying,
an extra layer of complication there.
but how those are,
And every time you change an ordinance, you've got to consider you need to publish it as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's why I'm looking at the whole ordinance. But those are just points that I want to look at when we do changes in this one in June or July, whenever we do first reading and second reading. Because there are some things that do have to be changed.
Can somebody articulate for me what, I don't know what you want me to put together, I guess, is the issue.
Mainly, I think there should be, for future mayors, that it states that they make the appointments and go from there. And then on the one that we didn't act on tonight, which I was gonna speak into there, the position on the personnel committee, I think should be a position rather than staff. It should be the deputy city manager.
I don't think they would,
we don't
deputy
have
manager,
one.
would deputy clerk.
Huh?
I think Dolores is a deputy.
Yeah,
clerk,
she's the assistant
Assistant.
city.
But that's not what's in the ordinance later. It talks about the deputy city manager, and underneath option B, we don't have a clerk, so her position should be deputy city manager, not assistant clerk, because we don't have a clerk.
Which, yeah, I know, the city.
Later, in 30.18, it refers to the deputy city manager / clerk on the next page, when we get to that.
Okay, I wasn't sure when you were raising that issue about the inconsistency of city manager clerk. I thought the concern was the fact that there was a city manager clerk combination, and which was perfectly fine based on state statute. It's been that way since 1979. But if I'm hearing you correctly, the concern is just the deputy city manager clerk language, and changing that to, is it the, what's your position title? Or what's the position title?
Assistant city clerk.
Okay, so if that's,
Well, we don't have a clerk, so it should be changed to deputy
You
city
can have an
manager.
assistant city clerk.
Huh?
You can have an assistant city clerk.
The city, Tammy's the city manager clerk combined. Back in 1979.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so she's both. And then you have the assistant clerk, so if that's the position that you want to replace with that, since we don't have a technical deputy city manager clerk, we can do that.
But we don't have a clerk.
We do.
She's combined city
I'm
manager clerk.
Combined position.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Was there anything else?
Yeah, and then under, 3015, section B, the council may, call special meetings, and in the second, line there, at least one day before the meeting, the city manager clerk shall notify each member of the time and place.
That's based on state statute for minimum notice requirements to council members.
Okay, but we still have to have it posted 3 days.
Yeah, that's for notice to the public. Our state statutes have two different notice requirements. There's one notice requirement for the elected officials, council members. That's a minimum of 1 day notice to notify them of a special meeting. We have 3 days notice to the general public. Thought process behind that is the council are known individuals and can be easily contacted by the city manager to notify them on short notice of a special meeting. Members of the public, not so much. The city needs to give them some measure of notice so that they can be made aware. So,
But if we have 3 days to notify the public of a meeting, I hope the council knows. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I see the question, yeah, because if the.
It doesn't make sense.
Being notified, the council would be
So
notified.
really, all you need to change is 1 to
You
3.
can't change, it's statute. You
I-
have a
what
choice.
I'm saying is the
Yeah.
1 day, the 1 day notice is a statutory minimum. Practically speaking, if you're gonna call a special meeting, or if the council members are gonna call a special meeting, you're gonna know, quite frankly, before the 3 days published. That's the practical reality.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
And I understand that, but what I'm telling you is that the statute is 1 day is the minimum. If you want to require the city of Malacca to notify council members more than 1 day, you have the authority to do that. You don't have the requirement to do that, and you're placing an unnecessary burden on yourself to make that change.
I don't understand.
But it doesn't matter, it's statute, we're not gonna change it.
But our ordinance say you only have to let Norris know 1 day ahead of that there's gonna be a meeting.
Yeah, but we don't.
Correct.
We
Well, I
don't
know,
do that.
well,
Never.
so this doesn't even make sense.
But it's not our ordinance, that's a state statute.
So
You don't get to change those.
The state statutes
council
regarding
knows
notice,
immediately.
Huh?
Council always knows immediately
Yeah.
when a special meeting is gonna be called, even this,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's dumb. Okay, and then how does emergency meetings?
that's different, that's an
Yeah.
exception, like if there's an emergency meeting called, notice requirements are waived.
Okay, and that's not addressed in this ordinance at all?
We can certainly do that.
Huh?
We can certainly do that.
Okay. And then what I was referring to later comes up in section 3016 on the next page, under D, where it says appoint officers and employee members of boards and commissions. That's where I'm talking about the mayor appointing them and then voted on, and that's where that could be worked in.
So are you, because right now the way it reads is the council as a body makes these designations. Are you saying that you want to change it so that the mayor makes the designation?
Well, that's what we have always done. Yes.
No.
As a statutory B city that we are,
Yeah,
mayor does not have no more power than any other
Right,
council member.
right.
So it shouldn't just be the mayor, it should be any of the council members.
Right.
But they vote on it. But who does the work?
Any one of them can do it, or you can do it, the mayor can do it also.
Well, I'm just saying that this is what we've done the whole time, and I just don't wanna run into trouble with it, so. But anyway, those are just ideas, and then the other one is in 30.18 where it talks about the deputy city manager clerk. I don't know how you wanna change that or not.
I can change it to what the actual title that.
Assistant city clerk.
Is that a newly created position within the past couple of years?
Right, yep. When
So that
Laura-
would be
yeah.
why, I mean, I'm sure that at some point in time, 43 years ago, maybe we did have a deputy city manager clerk, and that position was changed or eliminated at some point in time, so I'll change the language to reflect what it is right now.
And then change that in the, well, we didn't pass that ordinance anyway, but that's an amendment that I wanted to make to that ordinance on the appointments, but that didn't go, so. Okay, and then under the agenda, it should be updated under 3219 to what we talked about.
3019,
The meeting of the council,
we're talking about the notice issue again?
no, the call to the order, our agenda now is different. See what I'm saying?
Oh, because you want to refer to all the committee stuff and things like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
change it to what is present for first reading. And then we did address under C last time. The only problem I have there, like tonight, something came up we added this resolution. And what if something come up and somebody comes to Norris and would complain about something and he wanted to bring it up on behalf of that individual. And he brought it up and said, I'd like to add this to the agenda.
Mhm.
And the other 3 council members said, no, you can't do that, Norris.
That you waste.
I think it's unfair, you know.
I mean, if there's a motion to amend the agenda as previously posted and that motion or the request fails, then the recourse would be for him to notify Tammy for next month's meeting. That, you can't add on, but if 3 of the 5 are against it, Robert's rules say it doesn't happen, and you gotta go back to that. Unless you wanna change it and say anybody can put anything on the agenda at any point in time.
But that person can come to open forum.
Yeah,
Okay, but can we act on open forum motions
No, when you get the information.
or council comments? Those are all my concerns on that. And then the last thing I think, no, there's one more. Roll call votes, now that we're, how the voting is, we almost have to do it by individual votes like we have to now, and there's nothing in there on Zoom, or, you know what I mean? Because right now, because we're live, we have to do it by roll call votes. So that should be added in there, that it must be, if we're live, the vote must be but roll call votes, because somebody did bring that up at one of our Zoom meetings, some public did.
okay, so you're not talking about number 2 roll call where we're announcing who's present, you're talking about
Each vote,
for each, okay, all right.
don't you think so? Because that's what we were told was state statute back then.
Are you talking about under the emergency declaration?
Yeah, I think so.
No, just once we started filming. Once we
Yeah.
started doing, then we went to live, or then we went to roll call
No,
votes.
initially, you couldn't be present at the meetings when we went to live streaming.
Right, that's how we went to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe as long as it's an open meeting, if people can come, is it necessary to do the roll call voting?
Not according to the person that was watching before, and I think that was a
I don't know,
statement.
maybe.
All I can tell you is no other cities that I represent do roll call voting anymore. They've all gone away from video, they live stream or they record and they Facebook, but they don't necessarily do individual,
They don't.
person, I, Peterson on.
Well, just look,
As long as it's an open meeting.
Right,
well, just look into
Well, they're all
it,
open
see if
meetings.
we're
Say
okay.
it like that.
Huh?
I shouldn't say it like that. They're all open meetings. I mean, meetings
Yeah.
people can be at.
right. During the, pandemic, obviously, everything was electronic, hard to know who's saying what necessarily. That would have been a distinction, but certainly take a look at it, and if we need to change,
Okay.
procedures, go ahead and certainly do that.
And then the other thing that I wanna make the council aware of, and it's not a change, but it's only every 2 years that you can, raise the salaries of the council or the mayor, and it has to be done prior to the election. So if the council's thinking about doing anything for future council, it has to be done prior to the November and prior to the election. So, and then the other things I wanna look at is outside of 30 is 31.78. There's appointments when I got looking into the different committees, that the city council appoints the director of parks. That should probably be taken out.
Yeah.
That's in 31.8. And then also in chapter 31, they talk about compensation for the planning committee, which we already do, but they also talk about that parks committee is paid. And so that should be looked at too, because planning commission, as of now, is the only one that's paid, right, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay? And did any council member find anything on review of this? Or any other comments? So we'll bring something back for first reading?
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone in June, but I'll put together a draft.
Well, no, you can, there's no hurry on it, I don't think, you know.
I'll
We
put
could do
something
it.
together so you
Huh?
can.
July? Want to bring it back in July?
That's for first reading?
Yeah.
I don't really care, except I like those things looked at, you know?
I'll get on that right away.
Okay. Okay, moving on.
Before we move on, can I bring Resolution 2208 back to the table? I misread something on it, and can that be brought up?
Yeah, it's still on the agenda, it can still be read.
Okay.
So I'd make a motion to approve that.
So we're going back to,
2208 annual
Okay.
appointments.
because you guys blew my mind on that.
And then that is the revised one
Yeah.
that was discussed previously.
So you're making a motion to approve it as is.
This
Very
version,
good.
yes.
Don't we need the motion to untable it?
No, we
I know it
never
wasn't
tabled
tabled.
it.
Oh, you didn't table
No.
it?
No action was taken, so I just moved
No,
on.
from the previous meeting.
Uh,
Was it tabled?
yes, it was.
It was
In the meeting, it was tabled.
Yep.
So I'll entertain a motion now
I'll make a
on
motion to
table.
untable it then.
Yes.
Who made that motion?
I did.
Okay.
And is there a second?
I'll second.
I'm gonna say, okay, any discussion? Well, we don't have a discussion on tabling. Norris, how do you vote on tabling?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
And Pete, yes. Now I'll entertain a motion for it.
I'll make the motion again. For 2208.
I'll second.
Okay. In our discussion of chapter 30, then where it says staff under personnel, I'd like to have somebody amend that as making that and you talked about the city clerk. The assistant city clerk, right? Because right now, on the personnel committee, on the budget committee, is the city manager, city treasurer, council member. It should be the same thing on the personnel committee, city manager, assistant clerk, city
The
council.
assistant clerk doesn't do the payroll.
Huh?
The assistant clerk doesn't do the payroll.
No, but personnel deals with more than payroll.
Mr. Mayor, I guess my.
Jessica deals with all of the HR.
Who does?
Jessica.
My comment would be to focus on, the resolution that's before the council is focused solely on reappointment for the time being. My recommendation would be to focus on that if there's going to be a discussion about shifting the nature of the individual, be they employees, school board members, business members, whatever. That's probably a different conversation to have.
Okay,
And so I would focus on the resolution now, and then if there's gonna be some substantive changes, like in years moving forward and having different offices or officers or employees or community members, that's fine, we can make those changes, but I would bifurcate that discussion. And focus on the resolution now, and then,
so if I would want to appoint a different person right now to the personnel committee, that's not possible.
not, there can be further changes. But right now, we're focused on making a couple of minor changes. Other changes can occur down the road. This is not written in blood or stone.
Okay.
It's written in ink. So the
Okay.
council has the authority to make
Okay,
changes.
then we won't do nothing about it tonight. Any other further discussion? Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris,
Aye.
motion carries. Okay, going back, city manager report.
You missed to add resolution 2221.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Airport grant
I'm
agreement.
sorry. That wasn't on, I didn't write that down. Oh. Not having time to read
The
this.
that's the taxiway project? Yeah. 95% grant funded, 5% city.
Is there any changes from what we were presented before?
This is the first time you've been presented with this grant for phase 2.
It's the same grant agreement we always do.
It is.
But without time reading it over, are we okay, are you guys okay with?
Well, if you put it back any farther, Omen Brothers is waiting to get the construction. We've already had our pre-construction meeting.
Well, there's nothing different. This
And
is the same grant
and
agreement
this-
we've always done for.
It's the same
How many
one that we
years?
do all the time.
Okay. Did somebody make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Corey, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now, and this one is, this other one that we had on our desk, was for,
Bonds.
yeah, street project. City manager's report.
I don't know if a lot of the public knows, but we did have an employee that did pass away in Dep Reg. So we have made our condolences to the family. It was very sad. And we do have that position open now, so And just really,
A present employee?
yeah.
When did this happen? I guess I wasn't aware of it.
I sent out an email that I had a card if anybody wanted to stop in and sign it. So,
Okay. I didn't see that email, but that's fine, sorry about that. Any other thing?
that's it.
Police? Quinn here?
Yep.
Oh, they way back there with the little one.
His assistant.
Other than the open position, business as usual. We again, had an issue with the server that creates the reports, that's why you guys don't have the usual, report on calls this month.
Well, congratulations on the new one.
Thank you.
And any other?
He must have heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard when he came in. Yeah. Any other department stuff? Okay, Quinn, not from the council, but from our association, did you get the note that I needed to talk to you from the association?
Not that I recall.
Oh, okay, because I left a note here,
Oh, I remember what yeah,
not on the dog, but on another matter.
yeah, I would have to look into that.
Is it something that I gotta confer with, Damien about? Or you confer with Damien about?
Yeah, I'll talk to Damien and see if
Because
there's any.
I do need to know something on that, the association needs to know.
Okay.
Now, that's off the council record, that's something, because I know if the little one starts crying, he's gonna sneak out on us. Parks, list of events. Mary, or,
I
You gonna talk to her?
address it. Pretty much, we have, August 27th is still the big kids event, lumberjack show, arts and crafts fair in the park. June 11th, we still have Third Lair, which is the big skateboard event down in Rec Park all day long. I don't know, Tammy, regarding parade,
Oh,
float-wise, I mean,
yeah, we'll put in a city float this year for the 125th. Mark has a really good design on what a float was gonna look like this year, so I think it'll be
well, we're making up a quote?
125 years for the city.
Okay.
Good deal.
I think it's a good deal, if we have it in the budget. Do we?
It's under events.
Okay. The other event, Mark, is Rec Fest, we're running a little behind time. And I had, tried to meet with you on signs,
yeah, and I.
and we gotta get together on that, from the Rec Fest standpoint. Because the Rec Fest committee wanted to know what I had done on the banners, and I said I was meeting with you, and we never did meet.
We'll have to try to find time, so.
Okay, so if we can find time this week, either, or early next week, means tomorrow's Friday. Any other thing on events? Public Works?
That'll be it.
Nope. Public Works? Any report on that?
Zach Filarski started on April 25th. He's doing a really good job. Fits in real well.
I noticed that we went out for bids on water meters. Is this the second time around?
No, just the first time.
I did. Did we approve for going out for bids? or-
Yes, you did.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna do
Yeah,
that.
Phil was here at that meeting when you were talking about him.
Yeah. But that's, so there is an approval for going out for bids.
Yes.
Liquor store?
Before we leave Public Works, I did want to thank them for putting up the graduation banners. That's really nice that you guys do that. Looks good. It's, I know the kids appreciate it. It's a neat thing.
Liquor store, anything from Vicky? I like the way the new beer cave got wrapped.
Yeah, Mark had done that, he did a great job, but that's
Oh,
only
you Mark
temporary.
done that?
It's temporary until the door gets here.
No, a wrap outside.
Oh, that's the beer company.
Yeah, I know.
That.
That's what I'm referring to, the
Oh,
wrap
the
outside.
wrap, okay.
That kind of dressed it up rather than a great big,
There'll be more.
yeah. But I think they should pay for putting their advertising up. Fire department, Jesse?
I don't have much, except our golf tournament is July 9th, if anybody wants to support or maybe, golf in the tournament, sign up, first come, first served. Only have 36 teams, we don't need 42 like last year, so if you want to
You're limited to 36?
cut it off. So if you want to golf, make sure you sign up and pay to be on the list.
Okay. Planning and zoning?
No activity right now.
Question on that. Has anything, no, that's under EDC. Airport, we passed that. Committees, personnel, budget, tourism, they had a meeting May 11th. Lindsay, where you got that?
I was not at that meeting.
Huh?
I was not at that meeting.
Okay. So anything on that?
Mary's gonna be attending some seminars for tourism. That will be coming up in June. Then we elected not to have a meeting until probably November. And then at that time, we'll review budget and any bylaw changes that we need to do.
No activity over the summer with the 25th?
Nope, not everybody's too busy.
EDC?
Oh, we meet on Monday. We just went over, last time we met, just went over long discussion on broadband and trying to get that expanded on some of the options. What else we talked about? Housing survey? What's there? Is childcare. Childcare survey
was a
that's
big
out.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
New restaurant opening soon, hopefully, so.
I see they're doing work up there
Mhm.
this week.
They're getting there.
Any news on Bob's transmission?
That, I
I
don't
heard
know
it
what we can
sold.
say. Yeah,
That's
Huh?
about it.
It's
So we
sold.
know that we sold.
It's sold?
yeah.
Okay. Because I noticed that it is completely cleared out of cars and everything.
Mhm.
So it did sell, so. Okay. And you don't know what's going in there or nothing at this
Not
time?
yet, no.
Okay. No unfinished business. Moving on to special events. The First National Bank has one. I'll entertain a motion to approve
Move for
the application.
I'll second it.
Yep, this was an amendment, and they added a few more items, as you can see in your packet.
So it's just an amendment from what we did before.
Correct. Did we have a motion?
Yep, Norris, I second it.
Okay. Thank you.
Any further discussion on that one? It is the attachment is what was added,
Correct.
okay. Are they gonna allow alcohol?
Timber Valley Grill is gonna be catering with alcohol.
And that was on the original application?
That license will be coming to probably the next council meeting.
Okay.
either June or July.
Huh?
That application will come
Okay.
June or July.
Okay. Any further discussion? Pete votes yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Motion carries. Special event application from the Malacca for the parade.
Move for approval.
Is this-
it.
Be the same route as last year.
Same, and this has to do with the parade and their application.
It looks like their assembly time to line everybody up is 4 o'clock. The exact starting time will be 5 PM.
And we had a motion.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Any further discussion? Norris, how do you vote?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Well, no, you snuck one in there. Change in council, meeting due to the parade.
Yeah, and I did check with our auditors because they need to present and they would be available on June 21st.
You mean I'm gonna miss audit night?
Going to a
Right.
Tuesday?
It'd be a Tuesday.
Oh, that'd be all right. Wow. 23rd is the
You-
chamber
you-
event.
You'll be leading that, right, Dave?
Why, where are you going?
Huh?
Oh, the audit? That's right, I'm gone that week.
So,
So the auditors can only come on the 21st?
That's when they have available time.
June 21st,
Yes.
I'll entertain a motion to move the June meeting to the 21st at 6:30.
So move.
Yeah, sorry, second.
Killing me. Missing women's league, I'm telling you.
Well, the chamber thing is the 23rd too, so it's.
Oh, the 20
Is there something going on that?
No, the chamber event is the 23rd.
Oh, okay. Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
I thought you were gonna say I don't care. Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes? Norris?
Aye.
Motion carries. Special event, second annual Hoops and Hope, June 25th. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on that one? I do have one question that should be looked into on that. If they're expecting 500 participants, the number of sanitary facilities have to be more than 4, I think. Because they don't only have marked down 4. Is that right? I don't know.
Oh, that worked for them last year.
Huh?
It says it worked for them last year.
Yeah, but I think by organizations, if you have a special event, you have to have so many bathrooms per,
We already have porta potties down there and he'll be bringing in 4
And
more.
those count, those count towards your.
yeah, those count toward the
No,
4.
no, they don't. They have 4
Isn't it-
besides the ones we have.
For sure.
That's how I'm understanding it.
Okay,
Yeah, so that should be plenty.
okay. That's the only question, because I've seen on Banks ones, it was to be determined, because there is a special amount for how many people are there. Okay. Norris, how do you vote?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Motion carries. Special event application, for, Rectus and the Rocks Jam.
Move for approval.
Second.
On that, we used to check if alcohol was being served down there. It's not being sold, so we don't need the liquor application, do we not?
You
we?
do.
If it's
You
not
still
being
need it.
sold?
Yep, that'll come next month, the liquor application. We do it every year.
I don't understand why we need a liquor application when we're not selling it.
Because you're serving.
You're allowing it down there?
You,
Because we allow it.
You only allow it by application.
Huh?
You
yep,
only allow it by application.
yeah, so you have to get that temporary 3-day.
Okay,
Because of the beer tastings and the wine tasting, you have to have the temporary permit in order to conduct either of those.
okay. Because in here it says also the liquor application
Yeah.
is part of it.
Yeah, but that, you'll take that off. That'll come in June. That wasn't quite ready yet for the packet.
Well, it's in the packet.
The city application is in there, the state application will be made if you approve this one.
But why is there a fee for it? I gotta talk to something.
There's no, what do you mean, fee for what?
On this application, there says the permit fee is $50 per day. And we're not selling it, is what I'm saying. This is a permit application temporary off-premise sale
Gotcha.
for existing. And everybody that come in has, the wine tasting has their special event tasting, and that's why they can only serve so many copies. And that's already licensed. So are we taking off this sale, off the application?
No, you still have to send this into the state. The application still has to be approved.
So we're approving this,
Yeah,
okay. So we're approving that, even though we're not selling,
correct.
okay. Any further discussion? Lindsay, how do you vote?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete? Yes. Norris?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. First National Bank, application for the 100 Kids Day on August 9th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Do you know what it entails, Mark?
For the kids event, I mean, briefly what they're gonna be doing downtown and stuff, you know.
Oh, it's all downtown, it's not in the park.
No, it's not
No.
in the park.
Not in the
No.
park.
So they're not,
It's right on, right in front of the bank. It'll
Second.
probably go down to about Molechek's. They're gonna have Ninja Warriors. They'll be there.
Yeah, I think the road that's closed off, I think they're
Yeah.
kind of food stuff.
So is that-
All kinds of good stuff
is the
going on.
closed off in here, part of that? Okay. We did get a motion.
Yes, you did.
Corey, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion carries. Miscellaneous, nothing. Council comments, Lindsay?
None.
Corey?
Just wanted to say that it's been a privilege to serve the community of Malacca in my role as a council member. I just wanted to thank everybody that gave me the opportunity to fulfill this role.
And thank you. And that's from the mayor, not from the dad.
Got it.
Dave, any comments?
Just another thank you to Public Works, this time day of service. We had day of service for the school the other day. We had, I don't know how many hundreds of kids out, 700-800 kids, I don't know, out doing projects in town. I know you guys had to help get them around and navigate and all that, so I know the school appreciates that when we can work together and do cooperative projects like that. That's really good.
Okay. I just have one comment. I noticed that we're really full of graffiti down on the railroad bridge again. On that, in underneath the railroad bridge. I mean, the whole east side. Have you noticed that, Mark?
Yeah, there, and then I see just yesterday, I noticed they tagged the pedestrian bridge too underneath there. on both
Oh, they
sides.
did again?
The white, yeah, and the white.
But I mean, that whole bridge on the east side is just full of graffiti. And then I do have one question with the blockage of, from here to Foley. When are they doing the mill and overlay from here to Mora?
2023.
Oh, I thought that was this year.
Nope, that's in 2023.
Okay, and does that include from the bridge within the city limits?
It does not.
That's
It
separate
starts,
project.
yeah, it starts on the other side of the cemetery
So we have to live with what we have now?
until 2026.
I think we should be pushing that the mill and overlay taken,
But they won't do a mill and overlay and
No.
then rip it all up and put in roundabouts and all that.
3 years time?
Yeah.
Okay, because between that and
They gotta come out.
They're
and fill
still
some
in their
potholes.
design
Yeah, they
phase.
gotta come and do some maintenance.
they gotta do some big maintenance.
There's some
Yeah,
potholes.
I'm gonna disappear on my scooter.
Well, and a lot of them, the city potholes too.
Yeah.
Do you know when that's scheduled to be done?
I do not.
Because some of them are getting pretty bad. You don't dare rollerblade up Third.
I haven't been in the city for a while.
No, so,
Well, as far as potholes, the hot mix plant will open up about June first.
Yeah.
So we can access the hot mix. to do
okay,
that.
so it'll be sometime in June.
Shortly after. June.
Because some of the Third is really bad.
Yeah, third's bad for about a block and a half, real bad.
And then the other thing I think we have to look in, and I was gonna bring it up under the county. Those four-wheelers are really tearing up, the road from the Dairy Queen to the stop sign to 10th. Any other place, if you did construction, you'd have to put soil barriers around so it don't, and then on the 10th overpass, on the northwest side, that is all eroded away and rocks are coming down on the street and everything.
Those are both county roads.
I know they're county roads, but we should talk to the town about that, county about it. That's why I said I should have brought it up under the county. But we should talk to them about that.
Pete, I got an update too. The patching will start next week.
Oh,
We're gonna be able to get started sooner on it now, I guess, so.
oh,
Great.
Oh, okay.
okay, thank you. Norris,
Nothing.
motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion.
I think Corey should make. No, no, never mind.
I'll second.
Okay. Corey, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dave?
Hi.
Pete, yes. Norris?
Aye.
Lindsay?
Aye.
Motion carries. We are now adjourned.